I'm turning you off. Do I sound okay now?
Yeah, you sounded fine from the beginning.
Okay. Well, like if all of a sudden I like bust a mad fart or something like that, we're keeping it in.
That's fine with me, man.
Like you ain't gonna cover it up though with your fake ass fart like you've been doing. Yeah, no. No, you don't get to do that. It's my fart, whether it's weak or not. You don't get to cover it up with your real, like with your fake fart sound.
Well, try and stop me.
Dude, this is. If you're recording, nobody's gonna understand what we're talking about.
That's the beauty of it. Intro out of context.
Intro out of context. The out of context intro.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
They could consider themselves lucky if they were here for the parts that we don't record.
Yeah, they would have like got the whole Charizard is not a dragon conversation.
No, I think the better title for the conversation we were having was that the dragons in Skyrim are not dragons, they're wyverns. Yeah, and that led to Pokemon, because you wanted a Pokemon mod for Skyrim, which
like I've been wanting that. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, no, I'm recapping.
Okay,
that's all.
But that still doesn't change the fact that like a wyvern is still a dragon.
Incorrect.
It's just a different type of dragon. There's like 3 types. There's wyverns, there's European dragons, and then there's Japanese dragons. What?
No. That is incorrect.
Yes. No, it's an incorrect statement. That's the way it is. Dude, that's like sitting there telling me there's not like 1,000 different breeds of a dog. And then you're just like, the Chihuahua, that's not a dog.
Okay, you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna look right now. Is a wyvern a dragon?
Is it?
Okay, it is a winged dragon that has 2 legs, according to Wikipedia. However,
it is fantasy creature.
It is a type. It is a type of dragon. It is not a dragon though, because I mean,
it's like a sub tier of dragon.
Not good enough.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, you know what? Fine.
And wyverns have stingers, dude.
Do they?
Yeah, dude.
I've never seen one with a stinger.
Look, I'm looking at like a thing here, and
let's be honest, they gotta have something because they only got 2 legs.
They don't have any arms.
They got like little thumb fingers for arms.
Yeah.
On the front of their wings.
So here you go.
Like risk.
Here you go.
Yeah, you got to give me pictures and stuff. That way, when I edit the podcast, I can put it in there.
Yeah, I've got it on my screen. So wyverns have 2 legs, dragons have 4 legs.
I need reference because when you down mix it to an MP3, it wipes whatever you see on your screen.
Yeah, you're right. I'll save this and I'll send it to you. You know what? Actually, I'll send you the URL right now in Discord. Boom.
The URL. Shoot me that URL.
You got it.
What is this? Oh my gosh, somebody like went deep into this topic.
Yeah, they did.
My goodness. What, dude? Dragons have 4 legs. Dragons are also not larger than wyverns.
Dragons are a lot larger than wyverns, is what it says.
That's what this mega nerd says. Dragons are also a lot larger than wyverns.
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
No, you said they're not.
I said they're a lot.
Well, I heard that you said they were not.
Because that's what I said.
I just had a stroke.
I think my caffeine's finally kicking in, dude. Like,
good.
Stuff is wild. Oh, it's so weird. Oh man,
what's weird?
Just waking up this early and then just like turning on. You know what I mean? Like literally, like what was it? Like 15-20 minutes ago, I was like dreaming about some like weird stuff.
Do you remember your dream?
Oh yeah, it was just like a whole bunch of like me failing everybody and
Oh,
like all kinds of
jeez.
other stuff. Like basically every fear a human has, but a little bit different.
Damn. This just got real.
It's basically every fear and insecurity that a normal human has, but it's customized just for me. It's like my own personal movie.
No, my gosh. That's depressing.
Well, I mean, it's just a dream. It's not like it's real.
Yeah, you're right. Or is it?
Or is it? Do you
Dun,
think
dun,
people? Do
dun.
you think people could be psychic? You think that's a thing? Like, seeing as how we only use like X percentage of our brain and like all that good stuff. Like, let's get into some like weird metaphysical stuff, right?
Okay, okay.
Like, so the movie Powder, like, dude finally woke up, like 100% of his brain turned to electricity, pure ball of energy. That was what Einstein thought would happen if you used your entire brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at some point, do you think we would be psychic if we can use more of our brain?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Now, here's another question. Do you think it's us being psychic, being able to actually read somebody's like thoughts? Or is it our brain subconsciously just picking up on hints and body language and like stuff like that it normally picks up on? And it just like makes us think that we know what other people are thinking, but we're just like really just reading their body language and like their tones and all that stuff good enough to know what they're actually thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the idea of being psychic has been romanticized through like Hollywood and stuff like that. And most likely the real thing is probably not quite as glamorous.
Yeah, no, like being being a psychic is probably a nightmare. Like it's more than likely just an absolute like horror fest because you like I know what kind of crazy shit I think about, right? All the time, like even consciously throughout the day. Like I just think of like the absolute like bloodbaths and puppies and like freaking all the kind of weird, crazy, wild stuff I think about throughout the day. Now just take that and multiply it by every person on the planet.
Right. Well, I mean, that's assuming that a person who has these psychic abilities doesn't have the ability to like tone that out like a person
Like,
can
tune it to like change the channel of the radio and stuff.
tune it, change the channel, or just tone it out. Like when if you're going to visit your in-laws or whatever, and Uncle Touchy is always talking his stupid stories that he tells every single time that you're there. So you think about something else and you don't even hear him, even though he's talking, and your ears are picking up these sounds and your brain is interpreting it, whether or not you're conscious of it or not. You can like consciously look back and be like, I didn't hear a thing Uncle Touchy said to me. I feel like a person with psychic abilities probably can do something similar, because I really think that if a person was just like an open window and they were receiving every thought from every person in the world at once, your brain would explode, or you would
all of a sudden you would just see a like if all of a sudden there was like a radioactive space wave or something that made everybody use more of their brain, you would just see everybody's like head pop.
Yeah,
because they just they got psychic and they couldn't control it.
Yeah,
you just see it like random people's head popping all over the place. That'd be such a weird that'd be a weird thing to have in a movie or something. It sounds like something you would see in a movie.
I'm sure it's happened in a movie.
Really?
Nothing new under the sun, man. There's no such thing as an original idea anymore.
Yeah, well, anyway. What other superpower would you have? Like, if you couldn't be, would you be psychic if you could be?
I don't think being psychic has ever been at the top of my list of quote unquote superpowers. If we want psychic abilities to be a superpower.
Yeah. Well, what do you like? What is your superpower that you would want?
Gosh, I don't know. This is a really tough question to answer. I think if I could do anything, I would want the ability to traverse the universe.
Yeah.
Like Superman, but without all of Superman's cheats.
So you mean you just want to be able to travel the universe?
Yeah, I want to be able to
just really high speed.
Either here's an idea. Have you ever seen the movie K-Pax?
Nope.
Dude, it's a good movie, even though it has oh lordy, I can't even remember the gosh dang name of the dude. Kevin Spacey. I know he's been he's been canceled, okay. But whatever. This is before that, and it also has Jeff Bridges in it. So in this movie, Jeff Bridges is a psychiatric therapist or whatever, and this guy shows up at his practice, his insane asylum or whatever, his sanatorium or whatever it is, and this guy claims to be an alien from another planet.
Yeah.
Anyway, he describes traversing from his world to ours is through a beam of light, his consciousness through a beam of light, essentially possessing the body of this human. I can't remember the guy's actual name, but
Kevin Spacey.
Well, the character he plays.
Yeah, so he was possessed by a beam of light. Got it.
Essentially. But I think that's I always thought it was kind of a cool idea of interstellar space travel instead of physically traveling interstellar space, which by most experts' accounts is so astronomically, it teeters on the impossibility because the vastness of space is so immense.
Yeah.
I just always thought that it was kind of a cool idea to be able to just transfer your consciousness.
Isn't that the same concept of Altered Carbon, that show on Netflix, Altered Carbon?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, basically, so in that show, what it is everybody gets a chip put in their the spine of their neck or whatever, the base of their neck, and that chip can hold your consciousness. Well, you can take that chip and you can pull it out of people and put it in another body, so you can swap bodies, right? And then you could also take that chip and broadcast that chip to another chip, through space, right? So it's basically you just turn your consciousness into a radio wave or something like that.
It does sound similar. It sounds like a more technological version.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure the alien going through a beam of light isn't just a metaphysical experience, although it could be. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
I mean, you could use light to send information. That's what fiber optic cables are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They actually got fiber optic cables now to where you could send multiple signals through the cable itself at different wavelengths, and each different set band of wavelengths actually is different streams of information.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways they increase your internet speeds and yada yada yada, through cables that are in the ground without actually upgrading the cables.
Mm-hmm.
They just add more channels to the cable that's already there, as technology gets better.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
No, yeah, I'm definitely aware of the fiber optic. I wish I had fiber optic internet. That'd be great.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how I have fiber optic internet, because when I moved here, there wasn't any fiber optic cables in the ground or anything like that. And in the past 10 years that I've lived here, they haven't put any in the ground. But here in the past year and a half, all of a sudden, I have fiber internet, or it's accessible to me, and I'm just wait, what? But I've been wanting this for years, and you've been saying it's not here, cable man. Why? That kind of.
I'm fairly certain it's not available to me because I live in a crappy apartment complex, and you can't ever get anything in a good, or you can't ever get anything good in a, at least not where I'm at anyways. I think I've got what I have is pretty much the best that I'm gonna get where I am until I relocate, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which is
I would have super speed.
Like Flash super speed?
Yeah. Like Flash super speed. I think that's the most powerful like ability to have.
Is that was that why that's your deciding factor? Is that it's the most powerful? You want power, ultimate power.
No, it's not just like power. It's like it's the most flexible too. Like you could run away, you could have power, you can travel, you could
time travel.
Yeah, you could time travel. Like Flash does time travel. He does side to side, like multiversal travel, all kinds of stuff like that. And also he could punch hard enough to like knock Superman out. So yeah, like tell me he's not the best one.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't know that much about him, but I do know that he's pretty darn fast.
Yeah.
My knowledge of the DC universe is extremely lacking.
Oh, mine is too. Like I only know like what I see from like comic YouTube, you know? Like that's all I know.
Yeah.
But like from what I've seen, there's like 20 different Flashes.
Right.
And they're all in different varying speeds and stuff. But there's still like one common thread that they're all pretty damn fast.
Yeah. I've had similar conversations with a coworker of mine who's really, really big into comic books and knows a heck of a lot more than I do.
Yeah. Aren't those conversations fun when you're the one lacking in information? And you're just like, but that's not how it should be. And they're like, no, but that's the way it is, man. You know, like Wyverns being dragons and stuff, dude.
Hey, you know, sometimes when you're right, and sometimes when you're wrong, and you just have to admit it.
Well, you won't admit that you're wrong. Okay?
That is not where I was going with that. How dare you?
Well, that's what it sounded like to me. You said that I was right, and I was right, and then you were wrong, but
you said I was right?
No, I didn't. I said I was right. Me, I pointed at my chest. You can't see it, but I did it.
No, I'm gonna edit this video and make it so that you're pointing at me, saying that I'm right.
This video.
Fine.
Do it.
Fine. You can do it.
This is your weird ploy to get me to edit another video.
Reverse psychology, biatch.
Oh gosh.
No, that would be the ultimate power.
You would have spatial travel.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially like Superman, but like
power. I'm just gonna write that down. Spatial travel. Got it. Space man.
Spaceman.
Like Flash Gordon or something like that.
No. I mean, I don't know. Do I want to? I don't know if I'd want to be like Superman kind of spaceman, where I just point and go, and I'm like just me in space, or do I want to have like a spaceship? Because I really like the idea of a spaceship, but then the spaceship's not really a superpower, and that's technology.
Well, I mean, Iron Man has that as his superpower, technology.
Yeah.
Like his superpower is I'm rich, bitch. And that's his superpower.
I think it's probably debatable that Iron Man is actually a superhero. In the traditional sense of like super, human powers and stuff like that. Just like Batman.
Well, yeah, so like Batman and Iron Man are like both kind of like the same dude. They're like average Joe.
Well, I don't know if they're average. I mean, they're filthy rich and
okay, well, so like, but they're human, right? Like,
yes,
you could like you catch them at the wrong time, and you could just like, or the right time, depending on what you want, and you could just like blow their brains out, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, like, they're not really superhuman. You could just walk up to like Tony Stark or Bruce Wayne and just like stab them.
Right, but I wonder if that is the point though. Like, I think the point of like superhero comics and movies and all this stuff is perhaps not to illustrate that there are people with superhuman abilities, but also that anyone can be a hero.
Yeah.
You know,
like that's their purpose. Like, you don't need abilities to be a hero.
Right. And there are people obviously with abilities, but then there's people with abilities who are not heroes. They're the villains.
Yeah. But if you want to be a hero, you better either have a total metric buttload of money. And we're talking metric, not even imperial, just metric buttload of money. Or you just need to be lucky enough to get abilities.
But
because anything else, like just being a normal person, that's not good enough to be a superhero.
But I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think that's the whole point, though.
Well, I think name a superhero that doesn't have a butt ton of money or an ability like a superpower.
A firefighter. He's like
That's not a superhero. That's just like a normal hero.
Well, you know, I think it comes down to, you know, the definition of a superhero.
But I'm talking about like in the comic books, dude. Like I'm not like doubting that firefighters are heroes and they sit there and do a great job.
I hear firefighter hate talk right now, bud.
Oh no. Turn this on me. I am he who turns.
You think I hate monocles and wyverns, but hey, at least I don't hate firefighters. At least I don't hate firefighters.
Well, that makes two of us, bud.
All right.
Are you excited for the new Pokemon coming out at some point in the future?
You know, no. But that doesn't mean that I don't like it. It just means there's very little that excites me in life anymore.
Really?
No. That's not true. That's not true.
What gets you going? Like, what's like?
I don't know, dude. Like, I've been in like this crazy gaming funk lately.
Oh, I think everybody has. Like,
no, I don't think everybody has. I think some of us have.
Well, what's your issue as far as like, what do you think? Like, what's your deal with the gaming funk? Or do you want me to start with mine? That way you can articulate yours in a way.
Oh, sure, go for it.
Okay, so my issue, like my gaming funk issue is like, I want a first-person shooter that does exactly what I want, and and the ones that are available to me, they either they bore me, i.e. Destiny 2. For example, Destiny 2, they just absolutely bore the crap out of me. Or they're like almost there and then they just drop the ball and then they just don't get it done, like Battlefield 2042. Like, that's just a nightmare. But they're almost there and they just drop it. Or like Division 2, like almost there and then like at the end game it just went bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like. But I also want like a first person type game that's not just like, oh, just go shoot these dudes, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want a first person like adventure game that's also multiplayer, but not when I don't want it to be. I want to be single player when I want to be single player, damn it. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I want out of a game, and I just, like, there's not a game that doesn't.
Okay. So your funk is that you have a specific thing that you want, but nothing is.
Yeah, nothing's there.
Nothing's
like,
there.
Yeah, like I've satiated myself on the things that are there, and now those things that are there, like, bore me to the point, like, literally, like, I turn on Destiny 2 to do like the weekly content, and that's it, right? Like, that's all I do. And within the first 30 minutes, like, I'm instantly just like, oh God, here we go again. Just like, let's go through this predictable ass shit one more time. Maybe we'll get to the end of it and justify our existence here. And you get to the end of it and it's not justified.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, that's right. This game just wants you to never turn it off. I forgot. It's not here to tell a complete story. It's here to tell just enough of a story to make you turn the game on.
Yeah. See, I think I'm on the other side of the spectrum where I don't know what I want to play, but I also am not finding something to fill that void. It's even more difficult. I don't know if it's more difficult. It's actually probably the same kind of difficulty. Just I don't know what I want to play. So I've been trying like tons of different stuff. And nothing really is just like, nothing really jumps out at me as like an amazing experience. Like I played some stuff that's been, okay. But like there's nothing that's come out, and there's nothing that's really coming out that gets my juices flowing.
Yeah.
Nothing that's like, ooh, like not like it used to be. I know we talked about this in the last episode, about like just growing up.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe that's part of it. And I hate using that because like we said before, like we're just big kids. We're not really, neither of us really go with the idea of growing up.
Yeah, but just because we're big kids doesn't mean our taste can't like evolve and mature. Like even as a child, like it gets like some things like even like the most crappy cartoon, like there was a point to where you were just like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like this doesn't make sense anymore. I'm done here.
Yeah, but like I don't know if that's the culprit. Like I don't know if it's because my tastes are changing or if I'm maturing. That's definitely not the case. Or if it's just like the constant like disappointment in games as sort of the norm these days. Like what game comes out that isn't either in early access for an eternity, or B is like so buggy as that it's unplayable with day one DLCs and patches and stuff like that. Like nothing ever comes out anymore that's just like a solid game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least nothing that gets me excited. Like I remember being a kid being excited for Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Skyrim and stuff like that, and just being like, oh, I gotta wait this much amount of time. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh, like I'm so excited for this. I just don't get that way anymore, and I kind of miss it though. And
so you miss the chase of like a new video game?
I miss the excitement of new video games, because there used to be like, I guess the Elder Scrolls is a bad example of games that came out that weren't buggy, but
Oh yeah, no, like a lot of people forget, like when Elder Scrolls came out, like it was shit.
Nah.
Like pretty much any Elder Scrolls has been garbage.
No.
And it like has improved over time.
But I think there's a certain expectation. There's a certain expectation.
No, that's not the excuse. Like freaking Bethesda's been riding that excuse ever since. Like Todd even brought it up in a freaking like news conference publicity thing, like on stage. Is like, we're known for having buggy games. That's fine. That's what makes it cute. Like, no, Todd, that's what makes you inept. It doesn't make you cute. It just makes you inept because there's going to be bugs, but you don't actively work to fix them. You don't actively work to improve your craft, because that means you're lazy and stupid. Stop it.
Wow.
That's my thought. I'm sorry. You just sent me down a rabbit hole of hate. I don't like it here. I hate it here.
But I can still say with certainty, because I remember being younger and those games coming out, I was still excited for them, and I still played the heck out of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe I'm just waiting for the next good Elder Scrolls game. Maybe that's what I want, is a good like high fantasy adventure, yeah. And there's nothing really scratches that in the way that the Elder Scrolls does per se.
Yeah, I mean that would be like, that is kind of like, I would like that as well. Like Elden Ring's the closest thing to it, but also Elden Ring is like smashing your penis with a hammer. So like I get that, like I have fun in it until I have to fight something, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna put my foot down, and then something's gonna smash it with a hammer, and then there we go.
I've only played it like once.
Really?
Dude, I'm not a Souls-like gamer. I don't do boss fights. I don't believe in boss fights. I think they should be abolished. I think it's lazy storytelling.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, ooh, I memorized the boss's attack pattern. Whoop-de-doo. Like, that just means you paid attention. Doesn't mean it's a good game. Doesn't mean you're a good gamer. This means you paid attention. Good job. Children can recognize a pattern. That doesn't mean anything.
All right.
But all boss fights are like that. Like every single one of them. It's like, oh, he's gonna do this. You gotta move here, and then you attack him. Do that 3 times, and you win. Rule of 3. Obviously, Souls-like games aren't quite like that, but now I went down a hole, dude.
Now you're in a rabbit hole.
Screw you, man.
Here, you know what? No, we're gonna change the topic. Here's something that's really gonna cheer you up. Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm on Twitter right now, and currently, let's go like this, copy image, bam, like this, and then paste that image. So Warner Brothers Discovery, Discovery bought Warner Brothers, is effectively killing Cartoon Network. They're actually like restructuring and like layoffs and all that, and it might make Cartoon Network like not what it's supposed to be. Like the IP will still be there and still be owned by like Warner Brothers and stuff or something, but it's just not going to be like.
What's it going to be?
I don't know. Like, whoever's running Discovery, I don't know, dude. Like they're making decisions that don't make any sense. Like when the thing first happened, like. They went to HBO and was like, all right, all this DC stuff that's in process, no matter at what stage of its completion, can it now. Like, they just did that. Like, that there was a Batgirl movie that was like weeks away from release or something like that, or like weeks away from being done.
Yeah.
Had millions of dollars invested in it, and it was supposedly really good. Fan base was waiting on it. They were all going to like go do the thing, you know? And they just canked it. I'm like, nope, it's done. It's not releasing.
Now, do you think that this is because like traditional TV is on the way out?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that this Discovery, I want to say it's Discovery Channel, right? Yeah, Discovery Channel. I think, but that's National Geographic. I was about to say, like, doesn't Disney own the Discovery Channel? But it's National Geographic now.
Oh, I don't know. I just assume Disney owns everything.
No, they don't.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, they like this Discovery, like whoever's running Discovery, like they have made some weird decisions. And I think it is partially because like they view television, like traditional television, as kind of a dead platform.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Well, yeah, but see, the thing of it is like, so like Cartoon Network, right? Like getting rid of like the people that make cartoons and stuff like that, like that's not the answer. You need them to just make more new cartoons. That way you can have a Cartoon Network thing, or put it on HBO as like, hey, these are all the cartoons you love. Also, here's some new cartoons you love. It's almost like they're consolidating money assets for like they're getting rid of development and then just focusing on like, let's just take the old stuff we've got and just repackage, resell it. Gonna low cost, high impact, like, you know, it's like low impact, high profit, that kind of stuff.
Of course.
Like, that's what it seems like they're doing. And that really sucks, because, like, I really liked Cartoon Network, dude. You remember Ed, and Eddie? You remember the regular show? Oh, so good. Powerpuff Girls. Oh. Dexter's Lab.
I didn't really watch Cartoon Network that much. It was a little after my time. Like I grew
after
up.
your time.
Well, I grew up with like Looney Tunes and stuff like that.
So did I.
Well, okay, then you like to watch.
It sounds to me like you had a moment in your life to where you were like forced to grow up, and it's stunted you. Like it's halted your nerdism, your nerdity.
Well, here's the thing, like Cartoon Network would have been like a cable thing, right?
Well, yeah, it was on cable, but also it had an internet presence as well. They had a website and all that kind of stuff. Hell, there was like free Flash games on it for a long time.
I don't know, man. I have no good like excuse. I just never really watched that much stuff on it. Like it was on. I remember it being on because like my younger sister would watch some stuff, and I would be at the computer in the living room most of the time doing my own thing, and so I have vague memories of some of the things that were on it, but like we didn't grow up with like Nickelodeon and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like we just had basic TV. Like growing up, we never could afford the extra stuff. So like when I should have been watching that stuff, I wasn't able to. And then it got to the point where I did get older, but I didn't have like this need to go and watch it because I didn't have it before. So like nostalgia wasn't a thing, or there's just other things in place of it. So I never had a reason to go to it for anything.
Yeah. Interesting. So you're indifferent to the whole Cartoon Network going bye-bye.
I still think it's a sign of the times. You know, I still think it's a shame that they're laying off 130 people or whatever.
Did you look it up as we were talking about it?
Yeah, I brought it up on Twitter here and just kind of clicked on it and was looking at some of the stuff. And one of the first things was saying that like they laid off like 89 people, and with expected to up to about 125 people getting laid off, which sucks. Layoffs always suck.
Yeah, but
especially
also like the fact that it's layoffs and something that is a very creative thing. You're just like, oh no, those people might have a hard time finding another job.
Yeah, no, it is a shame. Even if I'm not invested in it personally, like this sort of a thing is always a shame to see.
Yeah,
because
it's not a shame.
What?
It's not a shame.
Are you segueing?
Yeah, I just saw it. I saw it on my sidebar. Freaking Alex Jones.
Dude.
He got fined $965 million.
I saw that today, and I don't know anything about it, but I'm just like, dude, that is a lot of money.
You know who Alex Jones is?
I do know who Alex Jones is.
For those who don't know, he's like the InfoWars guy, like the quintessential conspiracy theory, yelling at the camera, telling you the water's gonna turn the frogs gay guy. Like that's Alex Jones.
That's literally something he said, by the way.
Yeah, like it is. The water's making the frogs gay. Like, no, Alex, they've always been gay. They're frogs. But like, so he said a bunch of wild shit when like Sandy Hook stuff was going on. He was like, oh, this isn't real and blah blah blah, and he was like harassing the parents and all that kind of stuff, and like just putting false information out there for one, and also like he was changing public opinion for his own personal gain. That's what he does.
He was using his influence to.
Yeah, he is like the quintessential like this is the evil that a influencer could do, right? Especially with a gullible audience like his audience. And like they started a lawsuit, and finally he got fined, dude. I mean, he got fined almost $1 billion. That's such a huge win.
That is a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, like I hope it breaks him.
There's no way he's worth anything close to that.
Oh yeah, no, he is.
There's no freaking way.
He is. Yeah, no, he is for sure.
Nah, that's so much money, man. Like
he'll get a loan from somebody, and all of a sudden you'll see him on a different network doing a different thing. He'll find one of those super hyper rich, like, I only vote Republican type people, and he'll get the money from them to pay this off. And then he's just going to be working on their news network or their freaking yada yada or whatever, just to like pay the bills, just because his viewership, his audience, that's his value.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt you real quick because I just looked it up. His estimated net worth is between 135 and 270 million.
Yeah.
That's not close to 900 million.
No, that's his estimated net worth.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Actually worth. Like his brand. Like you also got to think, like he's subsidized and made his company so divided that his net worth is not tied up in him. It is in his company. Like he has legally made his company into like so many different, like this is a company, this is a company, this is a company under all the umbrella of one major thing, but they're all their own separate thing. He's diversified it so much to where like you just look up the stat of what his net worth is. Okay, that's probably the net worth of the 4 other or 5 other companies he owns too.
So you think that if he sold everything, he could come up with that money?
No. Not if he sold everything, but if he went to rich guy number 3 in the default character creator, right? It was like, hey, I have this much potential assets. Like, help me out. I'll bring all this stuff to you, and in a 5-year span, we'll make more money than this will ever cover, right? Like literally, like he'll figure out a way to be okay.
I'm sure.
Or he's gonna go blow his brains out. One of the two. And I don't wish that kind of stuff on anybody, but this dude is he's a shitbag. So like I don't think I would be sad.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just trying to consider the information.
Yeah.
Like I personally I don't really have that much strong of opinion on him because I know of him and I know his craziness, but I don't keep up with it, so like I really don't care that he is. It's it's a shit ton of money for sure.
It's a lot of money. No, you do the proper thing. You don't give him the attention because he doesn't deserve it. So,
exactly.
You don't give him the headspace, and that's what everybody should do. But like people like him piss me off. Like bullies that play the system and then just profit off of it and like also hurt way more people than they ever help. Like those kind of people, I hate those people so
yeah
much.
And I think bully is an apt description.
All right, what do you want to talk about now?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You don't know? Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's the downside of not like preparing stuff ahead of time.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scrolling through the through Twitter right now. Like early morning Thursday Twitter is not where it's at.
You know, Thursday is not like the most bumping of days anyways. It's like the day before the bumping day, which is usually like, you know, Friday.
Yeah.
It's like the calm before the storm, essentially.
There's a couple, like, other than just like a couple of cute cat pics and like the basic meme, like there's no. We
could just do some. We could just do some meme
stuff. No,
like,
no.
No, you're not into doing like meme.
We've already done that a little bit.
Have we?
A little bit. We did last time.
What did we do last time?
It was a little bit random. We were just like looking at stuff. Dude, are you into anime? Are you into it?
Not really.
You're not.
That doesn't mean we can't talk about it though, because I know a lot of people are, and I know you are.
Yeah, like I used to be like big into anime, where like it was the only thing I watched, and then I got out of it for a long time, and I'm wanting to get back into it, but like there's not. What happens is I get infatuated with stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And then I notice trends in the thing, right? Like I'll notice a trend in like anime, like all the shonen animes and the like robot mech animes and all that. They have the same trends in them. And I'm just like, okay, so this is just the same thing that I've already done. All right, so this is a waste of time. Okay, so this, like, yeah, like, and that's what happens. Like, I notice trends and stuff, like we talked about earlier with the video games. Like, it just bores me, right? Like, Destiny 2 just bores me because it just keeps following the same trend. And that's when I get out of stuff. But, like, they just released Bleach. Oh. Like I watched the first episode with my wife the other day, and yeah, no, I'm excited for it. They got some weird stuff going on, man, and I'm about it. I like Bleach. Bleach was like one of my big ones when I was growing up. Like that and Inuyasha and freaking Yu Yu Hakusho. I was all about those growing up, dude. I liked them.
Yeah, I mean, like I know the name Bleach. Never seen it. Never.
You know the name Bleach because you do your laundry.
Dude, I don't use bleach in my laundry.
You don't bleach your white?
I don't have a whole lot of whites. Like I'm a dark clothes wearer. Like my socks are even black because we have to wear black socks for work.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I don't actually, come to think of it, I don't really wear any whites.
Okay, but how does that affect your anime?
What?
Exactly. So,
what the fuck kind of question is that?
But yeah, like I'm excited to be watching Bleach. Like it's something new and different. I hope it just doesn't turn into the same stuff.
Okay.
You know,
I have a picture I'm gonna share with you. It is a kitty cat, and I've never seen anything quite like this. And I'm gonna send it in Discord.
Oh, here's that thing with Warner Brothers that I apparently never hit enter on. Here we go. What is this? You've never seen anything? Oh my god! What is up with that cat's nose?
Yeah, it's like a cat with a swollen nose. It's weirding me out a little bit. And obviously, we can pop that picture up so people can see what we're actually talking about, which
Discord, it's aw.
I know. It's like they don't know why it is that way. No answer. But I was like, for some reason, this is at the top of my
if you're
Twitter
out there
feed,
and you know why, go to r/cats and respond to you medium doubt 152 and tell them this is why your cat's nose is all a foobar. Poor little guy. Hopefully it's not in pain.
It's hard to tell through a picture, but it definitely looks like it's pretty chill.
Well, they could just have it on like loads of catnip and drugs.
That's true. But on a happier note of cats, here's another one. Cats is just a thing on my Twitter apparently.
I was about to say you don't like anime apparently. Yo, look at that tall cat! Oh my god!
Fenrir, the world's tallest living cat, at 18.83 inches tall.
That just means that cat's long, right? Like they're not tall. Like from their paws to their shoulder blades, they're not tall.
Because cats don't stand on their hind legs.
Yeah. Like there's definitely like Mancoon cats, however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that are way bigger than that.
Right.
Like there's Mancoon cats out there like the size of dogs.
I don't know. I just wanted to share that because it was there.
Okay.
Okay, if we want to talk anime, I don't know if this counts, but I think it does. But have you seen the Legend of Vox Machina, the Critical Role animated?
No, I haven't. I've heard about it, and I've heard that it's really good, and I've seen clips of it, but I've never been like, I'm gonna sit down and watch it because that was in my like anime dead times, you know?
Yeah, I have seen it, and I really like it, but I'm also like a crit role fan. Like I watched them play. I'm actually rewatching campaign 1 for like the 3rd time. I have a problem. And it's D&D.
You love D&D, man. You're all about fantasy worlds. You're all about.
See, I think that might actually be the root of my gaming funk. Like, I want more D&D in my life, and I can only get so much of it because of limitations, scheduling and whatnot. So I'm not getting enough of it. And there's no real games that scratch that itch the way an actual D&D game is. There's some.
Yeah, no. There's some that come close, but it's the issue is the structure of a video game.
Yeah.
And how unstructured a D&D experience can be.
Yeah.
Because there can be like a D&D experience is just, all right, whatever your imagination comes up with, there you go. And video games are not that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not your vision in a video game. It's the game developer's vision. And the game developers doesn't give a crap what your vision is.
Right.
Because they make the game but without even talking to you. So they have zero input from you.
The nerve.
Yeah, I know. It's just, come on.
But no, I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think maybe that's it. Like, that's not knowing. Like, I don't know what game I want to play because I already know that I would just want to play D&D. But I also know that I just don't have it available to me. So nothing else is coming close.
Yeah.
So I'm just like in this perpetual sort of like gaming depression because I can't do what I want. I think
you just cracked the code. I think we just made huge leaps in your gaming therapy.
Oh yeah, dude, that would have been a great name for a podcast, gaming therapy.
No, it's not. Trust me, because my wife does therapy and I've looked into this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, like gaming therapy is an actual form of therapy where you play video games or D&D games or basically any type of game, and you use that as a therapy tool.
Okay.
She's actually trying to specialize in it right now, which is wild.
Nice. Very cool.
But yeah, she was wanting to start a website or something, and I've looked up a bunch of those search terms and stuff because I'm more internet oriented than she is. As far as search terms and keywords and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, no, gaming therapy is not a great name. It's not. It's not.
Okay, I get it. You could have just said no. But I do think in the next episode of this fantastic podcast, maybe we could talk more about D&D.
Okay, yeah, we can do that in the next episode.
To further my therapy needs.
Your therapy needs? Okay, yeah, we can do that. What does this mean? The podcast is over?
I mean, we're at 56 minutes. I thought we were trying to keep it around an hour.
Yeah, that's good enough. We might cut it. It might get cut down, be about 50 minutes or something.
Right, because there was that whole moment with my Discord dying.
Yeah, but that wasn't no 6 minutes.
No, I know, you're right. I'm just still sore about it.